Welcome to minute 32 of the One More Minute series. We've got like 21 episodes left, which doesn't seem like a lot now. And happy new week. I'm aiming to get this one out on Wednesday. We'll see if that happens. This video I reacted to the 6 minutes. That was a fun one because that was just me ranting about driving in the UK. It was a reflection on, I had taken the written driving test, which I failed, and then I just ranted about the things over here driving wise that don't make sense to me, having a different perspective of driving from a different country. And the time flew by. It looked like I could talk about that for hours, because I just, not a single pause throughout the whole thing, which was really funny. It's really silly. But yeah, it's funny because talking about that, because I didn't retake the written test, and I won't be. I don't have any plans to get my driver's license anymore over here. And that's because I'm back in the city. I don't need to drive. I just don't. I've got my provisional as my ID, and that, I think that lasts, maybe I'm misremembering something else, but I think it lasts for like 10 years. So like we're fine on that end, and I still have my US license, so like I don't need to. And like looking into like booking the driving test itself, I had no idea how like not messed up, but like backlogged. Like it's really hard to schedule a driving test over here. It's like you have to schedule months up to like a year in advance in certain areas to get a driving test, and like that is wild. And I think they're trying to work on it, but wild that's even that's happened. And it's hard to schedule, and also the test here, from what I've been told, for driving is difficult. Like you passing on the first time isn't the most common thing. Like it's like if you fail, it's not a bad thing. It's common to fail the first 1-2 times. So the fact that it's hard to book the test and you're gonna have to take it a few times, wild. But yeah, my decision to not do it was just, I think I was my circumstances have changed. I don't need a car to get around. I'm good. So that's good. It takes like a weight off. I think for that whole process, it was very much like I was climbing an uphill battle and like pushing against something that, like, I'm not gonna say wasn't for me, because I could do it, but like it just felt not right, not aligned in a certain way. And it's weird to be like, I'm not aligned with driving, but like that's I guess like at this time of my life, I just don't need, there isn't a need for me to do it. But it was nice to like learn a little bit more about driving and the streets, the rules of the road over here, and like taking that test and experiencing the failing of a test too, even if it was just by 1 point. I think it's funny, and it's like growing up, failing tests wasn't a thing I did. I was a very good student. That's not like, for me, like failure was, it's not something I did, and if it were to happen, I wouldn't have handled it well, in the sense of like I would have been really frustrated with myself about it and like hung on to it for a long time. And so like being able to take a test as an adult and a grown person, being like, yeah, I failed that, that's fine, feels really good, and like healing for my childhood self. So that was nice. Yeah, I don't think there's much of a need for me to reflect on the differences in the roads. If you want to see me rant about the things that I don't think make sense over here, yeah, you can watch the 6-minute video. But I stand by those annoyances. I think it doesn't make sense, but that's just from my perspective, coming from a different country, and like kind of like comparing, taking my knowledge to new knowledge and being like, some things just like could be better. And I'm sure there's a reversal in that too, from things that make sense over here that don't make sense in the US. That's just, I think, how it is. That's normal. But yeah, it's okay. I won't be driving. You won't see me on the road. And if you do, good luck. Just kidding. I'm a good driver. I just haven't driven in a few years, but I'm good. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm 30 now. I had my birthday. What day is it? My birthday was yesterday. um, and I had a really nice week. I am sick. Last week, what did I do? I kicked off. I had like fun Twitch streams that were birthday themed, which was fun. I went to see ABBA Voyage at, which was like, it's like a concert with holograms of ABBA and a live band. And it's really, the production's really cool. It was really awesome to see. We were on the dance floor, so the stage was like right in front of me. I cried. It was just a magical experience being able to see it and like hear the music live and be like, oh, like there was like just like a magicness to like being like, oh, back in, you know, the 70s, 80s, um like people were going to see them live in concerts, kind of like this, and being like, I'm being able to like be in that position to be like, I'm seeing them, this music live like this was really cool, even though it's not the real people. um it's holograms, and like you can, I think like I think the hearing the music and live and being around everyone else was so magical, and that was really cool. But there is that missing link of like the hologram and not having that energy and exchange between like performer and person in that way. That is like, it was like a very like you could still have it. I had a wonderful time, but like I think from my artist side of things and like the artist existential human side of things, I was like, there is that energetic thing that's missing, which was interesting. I think that for me, I'm like, oh, like there's like with the whole discussion on AI in art specifically, it's like there are things that AI just cannot replace, even though they're trying to make it seem like it can and it will. There's just things it can't replace. Not that it's not AI, but like it's like the technology. It's like there's things that humans do that other things just cannot replicate, and they can try its best, and we can find things that are like, this is cool that you can do this, but it's not the same. Um, and so that was affirming in that, and it really affirmed in me that I just want to perform and like create, and like just like feeling that music and listening to it live was just so like, yeah, that's what I want to like do or play with and explore. So that's something I am focusing on. That's something I'm focusing on for this year, I think, as I'm starting to find my groove now and settle in a bit more. I think exploring music a bit more proactively and like doing open mics and finding people to collaborate with on music and just keep growing those skills is kind of what I want to look at this year, alongside all my other projects and goals. But that was a great experience, really fun way to kick off, you know, my birthday and celebrate it. And yeah, but after that, I woke up sick, and I've kind of been sick ever since. I've been kind of ignoring it, trying to push through, because I was like, I woke up and I was like, I'm sick. And I was like, but I have like a birthday weekend that I intend to celebrate with my whole heart, and I can't be sick for that. So I've been like trying to take care of myself and drinking the good tea, and that's been really helpful. But I've also been like, not ignoring it, but just being like, I'm fine. Like I can't. We're not resting until this is done. Um, so yeah, woke up sick, but that was fine. Kind of made it through the work week. Had a fun stream on Friday, and then Saturday was a nice time. Just like chill. I got to go to the gym, do like grocery shopping, kind of get my life in order. And that evening I did the pub with my friends, and then we did karaoke, which I've been wanting to do karaoke just for a long time. And that was like it was the perfect karaoke time. It was just the best. Was able to like sing songs that I wanted to sing out loud, and like just put my whole heart and ass into the songs. It was a really good time. Very, very fun. And then seeing more friends at the pub after that too. It was really nice, and it was like it's like the first time since moving back that I got to kind of see all of my friends, and be like, I'm here now and I will be here. And it was nice to like have that moment of like reconnecting with everyone and kind of like jumping into this new normal, which is really exciting. And I think like waking up yesterday, I was like, I feel I knew, like I felt like I've been waiting, and I was waiting for this past weekend to like see everyone, connect, and like I feel so much more in myself now. And I'm like, cool, I'm a real person, I'm a real entity in the city. And now I can go about my business and work on my projects as well, which is great. I feel the creative drive again. I just need to not be sick, and it'll be fine. And still work on like time and how time works here, because I think time moves differently here than it did where I was living before, in a different way. But we're working it out, and it'll be fine. Yeah, and then yesterday again I did the gym, and then there's a person that sells, they have like a little food cart, and they make like just a few items on the cart that I've passed by a few times when I've gone to the gym, and so I made it a point to come back the same direction. So I got it was like a savory chicken crepe from the food cart, and it was delicious. It was so good, like so good, and like so big that I saved the rest for lunch today. It was so good. That was such good food. So got to do that, and then my friends and I went to a Korean restaurant yesterday as well, and that was my first time having like Korean food really, which was so good. It was so delicious. It was just so good. So good. So I'll be going back to that place a lot, and it was fun to like try everyone else's dishes as well. It was just a really good time. Very nice, felt very special. Yeah, I feel like it was just a really nice celebration. Good week, good weekend, and finished the night as well doing another Twitch stream with with my sister and my friend, and we were playing Lethal Company together, and it was just so funny. It was my first time playing, and it was really silly, and a lot of fun, and just it was like a good way to end and like wrap up the birthday day. So it's been good. I feel like I spent the past week like reflecting on my 20s and kind of like changing my mindset, which I don't remember if I talked about in the last video, but like I was previously like, I feel like I was approaching 30 being like, I can't wait to put my 20s behind me and just like move forward. And then last week I was like, hang on, like this is like the last time in my 20s I'll have in this lifetime, so let's like take a moment and like actually like integrate that into my body and like sit with that. And I feel like I did that properly with the help of my therapist as well. And so that was nice to be like, cool, like I feel more like at peace with my 20s of like, there's a lot of good parts, and there were low parts, and that's normal, and that's how life works, and that it's going to happen in every decade of our lives. But kind of being able to take all that and be like, all of this stuff has gotten me here to where I am now, and I'm really grateful for that. I've got a lot of gratitude about that, and like peace. I'm at peace with it, which is nice. That feels good. So yeah, and it was just so like having that last week, and then spending the weekend just like celebrating myself, and like I made a nice post and kind of like found photos from like each year in my 20s, and that was cute to see, to be like, wow, like each year, like this is what I've done each year, and like seeing how I've like kind of changed but also not is cool. And then I made this video just for myself that was like a compilation of things I've made this year. It was all videos from this year, to Bo Burnham's song Turning 30, and that was really cute. I'm glad I like dedicated the time to put that together. That process was really nice, to like sit and be like, here are the videos I want to use, and this is what it's all gonna be. And just like kind of watching that a few times this past weekend was really nice. Just feel like I was like allowing myself to celebrate myself the way I want to be celebrated, and like allowing myself to do that for myself. Because I think, I don't know what other people's mindsets are, but I feel like growing up, there was like a feeling of like, oh, I hope someone treats me this way. I hope someone does this for me, kind of thing. And I mean, like, as you grow up, like, one, people aren't aware of that if you don't communicate that, or if they're not, like, some people won't be aware of that. Some people just won't do that for you. And so it's like having, I think, as I've gotten older and learning to, like, love myself and appreciate myself, which I think I do a really good job of, and I've worked really hard on to get to this point. Allowing myself to do those things of like, oh, I wish this would be done for me. I can do that for myself. And it feels just as good because I'm doing the things that I know are going to bring me joy. And also I can communicate that to other people too. It's like I can tell other people, I can also do it for myself, and I think also doing it for myself is showcasing to others, one, how I like to treat myself and how I want others to treat me, and also it hopefully encourages other people to start thinking about doing that for themselves as well. And that's it. Whoa. I feel like I just channeled something, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, of like, I just feel like I've got myself, which is really nice, especially for like, the past few months have been hard and a lot of upheaval and rocky and like really struggling and going through it, and it was really hard. It was not enjoyable, and I'd rather not do it again, but like there's still a feeling, and throughout all of that was the sense of I know it will be okay because I've developed that foundation of being okay and knowing I've like got myself. And so it's like I've come back with an even stronger foundation. Like, we've got one layer, we've got like a layer of I don't know, we've got like a layer of cement now that's good and strong. And now we've got whatever the next layer is. Whatever it is. What are we making? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of something like solid, like you're building a house. But I'd rather connect it to like nature, but I don't know. It's fine. It's like planting a seed. And I've been watering it, and the roots have grown, and then winter comes, so we kind of go a little dormant and shit's a little rocky, and then the spring comes again and the roots are still there and they're getting stronger. That's what it is. Sure. But yeah, so that's been good, and I'm really happy with that, and like I'm glad I took the time to like be present for my birthday, which was really nice. I appreciated that because I think I've been feeling really antsy about creating things and kind of getting back into my projects, which I still do feel, but I think I needed to take the time to sit with like this new era and like this like transition and allow myself to do that before I dove into everything else I want to do. So yeah, that feels really exciting to me. We're in a good spot. I mean, day one of being 30, it's exciting. Yeah, I think like more thoughts about like age and aging are like showing up, but I think it's in a way of like, it's like not helpful. It's like I'm taking on society's views of aging, of like you're running out of time, and it's too late for you. What's too late for me? I don't know, but something's too late apparently. And so and it's not a massive thought, but it's like it lingers there, and I'm working on like trying to remove that, because I think I remember like being 20 and 21, or like being like 18 and being like, my teens are gone, I'm too late, and like I'm running out of time. And like looking back at that feels silly. And I feel like when I'm going to be turning 40 or 50, I'm going to look back at my 30s and be like, I don't want that fear of running out of time or feeling like I'm too late to stop me from doing what I want to do now. because I'm going to look back and be like, no, I could have done it. So let's just do it. How about that? Yeah. Just feeling very inspired recently, and trying to like run with that and sit with it and not like shy away from it. Yeah. So it's good. I just feel like I'm, like solidifying. There's something in me that's solidifying, that is new and different, that's always been there, but has not been like, hasn't been able to fully bloom until now, which is exciting. I think now I'm like, oh, I look back and I'm like, wow, this is what we've been working towards, is this thing here that finally gets to like show itself and be me and help me move forward in life in the direction I want to go in. And yeah, I think it's like learning now how to like stick with that trust and belief and hope of things will work out, and like maybe not the way I imagine, but I think the things that I want, or the things that drive me and that are pulling me to certain things, are there for a reason, and I don't want to be the one that holds me back from that, you know? I think there's so many external obstacles we have to face in life, and whatever we're doing, whatever we're pursuing. How about we don't make ourselves another one of those obstacles? How about that? Yeah, I feel like I'm really locked in right now, but that's just what I've been thinking about and experiencing. It's been cooking. So yeah, that feels good. And I've got like a busy week this week, and I'm still sick, so I'm trying to like take it easy, but I'm busy. I'm starting to like be invited to things with friends, which is really nice, and I think I'm definitely prioritizing that because that connection is really important to me. I think I have all my creative projects and things that I do want to work on and that I will prioritize and make time for, but the social connection and community with people in my life is also like a massive priority. And right now it's like that's like the top of my list, is like my people are at the top, and then my creative projects, and like depends on what we're working on, what we're at, but like those are like the two big things. And right now I know I've been in the need of connection and people, and this past week has been like a great time to foster that. So it's been lovely and good, and I would love to like, it's like both I want to like rest and just like curl up and watch TV, because I've watched TV, but all I'm watching are the Stray Kids YouTube videos, which are great. They're great. But like I've got like TV shows and movies I want to watch. I want to get into more K-dramas and anime, but I haven't had time. I have not had time. But we're gonna figure out how to fit the things in. But yeah, I've been able to decorate a bit more, which I think may have been up last week. I don't remember, but my goal was to get everything up last week, which I've mostly accomplished, which is nice. So I am starting to feel really settled, which is good. And I also came to the realization, no, I think I shared this last week, of like the reason why I had so much pressure on myself to like get settled, and why I was feeling antsy about not feeling settled yet, is because I had so much, like a lot of things weren't unpacked before I moved. Like there were weeks where I wasn't unpacked, and then I moved and they're still not unpacked. That's like a lot of time. So like after that, having that realization, I'm like, oh no, it's like we're in a good place. It's all good. We're coming up on like a month being here. That's really good. Especially like being able to see all my friends already. I think that's really positive. Getting into the flow of work like that, and that takes time too. I think that's been positive. Doing the gym regularly, going to my pole classes regularly, and really all that's left is doing my creative stuff. And what did I do? I like cleaned up my crafting cart, and I found my crochet hook. So now I'm like, I know what my next crochet project is gonna be. So I'm excited to work on that. Yeah, it's just all exciting stuff. Yeah, it's, yeah, just a lot. And good a lot. Good a lot. Um, there's a lot of, I think one of my next things is like, on the social side of things, is looking to find like events and things out and about, especially when it's going to get nicer out. This will be a perfect time to do this as well, to go and just like meet other people, try new things, explore. I think that'll be really fun and good vibes. Because I think at this moment, like for me, I know a sense of community is so important. I talk about it all the time, and that desire for connection. And I think what I'm realizing, like as I look around, especially like on the creative side of things, is I'm finding a lot of people that are creative but kind of work individually. I think everyone's kind of like, I've got my thing, I'm doing my thing, and trying to like make it in whatever way that means. And I'm in the search just to find the people that want to collaborate in whatever that looks like. I feel like I'm pretty flexible because I do a lot of things, so I'm just happy to be here and want to make things with other people, and to find other people with similar views like that is kind of my next mission, I would say. Find people that want to create, that are motivated, and yeah, just want to like work with other people and have fun, you know? That's my goal. That'd be nice. Um, yeah, and just having thoughts. I've been having a lot of thoughts recently about like friendships and what it means for me, like how I feel connected to people. Because I think the past few years, I've had this mindset of like, oh, I don't like small talk, and I prefer like getting to know everything about someone and having these really deep conversations. Because for me, for some reason, signals were close. And that's like, I think the desire of like being known, knowing and understanding someone else. But recently I've just been having this feeling of like, all right, I think it was like, I saw a post on social media talking about having community or a village, something. And it was like, it's not just about, or they were talking about like the monthly catch ups, or like catching up with friends isn't the same as having a community, because a community is a constant thing. So it's doing the small things, it's just like doing little bits here and there. You're not like meeting, catching up, living your lives separately, and then coming back together and catching up again. You're in and out. It's more of an open flow, and like that had me thinking. I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense. And I think my desire of like having these big deep conversations about things that I like talking about, but like having only that doesn't, there's still a space that can be made of like the mundane things of like just hanging out and like playing games online with friends, and like we don't have to talk about big deep things or our fears for the future or anything. We can just play games and have fun. That, and like there's a closeness that brings still. Or like just like going to the grocery store together is just fun, and like grabbing things and like just hanging out, watching things, playing games, not having to always do like the big deep conversations. So I'm like interested in that balance, and it takes so much more pressure off, because I'm like, oh, I don't see small talk as like a bad thing anymore. Like obviously if there's people I don't want to talk to, then I'm like, well, then this is like a waste of it's a waste of time talking. But I think with people that like I'm interested in and like care about, and that does open to a lot of people. It's not like I'm like, oh, I don't care about you, I don't want to talk to you. It's more like, there is the idea of small talk feels more appealing when it's like you're just making a connection, whether it's for 2 seconds and you never see them again, or whether it's something that you're building on a day-to-day basis. and it makes conversing easier, because I think before there felt like this pressure in my brain being like, but we need to get to like, what's your, like, what are you wanting out of life, and what are your goals, and what are you pursuing, and what are your obstacles, and all these things. And I'm like, we don't have to, like, that can come up whenever it wants to come up. We can talk about the journey into work, we can talk about what we're eating for lunch, and stuff like that, and that's okay. And it makes talking about other things easier too, I think, is what I found. I don't know, I just feel like my socializing recently has been like pretty good. I think Twitch streaming has helped me with that, of like talking with my chat and building a community, and like being the one on camera, having like kind of trying to continue conversation a bit, which is something I've always struggled with in my life. That's kind of helped me improve, I think. At least from my perspective. Can't say for the other party, but yeah. So it's good. In a good space. And we're just chilling, really. I'm just waiting for warmer weather. That'll be really nice. There's a lot of parks nearby I want to explore. And like fun events. It's good. We're in a good spot. And yeah, I'm still working on Dragon Age deep dive stuff. My goal is to get the one I've been working on for months now, get that done by this weekend, which I think I will, for real this time. And then I'll be able to focus on the Dragon Age Origins game, which will be a big project, but I'm hoping to get that done before May, when it's due. We'll see. Time will tell. But that's all we've got for 32 minutes. We are getting there. Have a great week.